So many leagues across Europe have decided to call it quits, and so did League One, except we have the small matter of the playoffs. And oh my goodness, it's an absolute clusterfudge in the top 6 rankings. We'll talk all about it in the first leg predictions coming up next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today, we're taking a look at the abandoned League One. That's right, we're going to take a look at the playoffs first legs, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash that old subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, League One related, World Football related, all here under one roofski. Now, before we jump into that, I want a big shout out, oh yeah, to the Patreons, boys and girls. You know who you are. The VIP exclusive gang of brothers and sisters. That's right. We are talking Russell Frost, Cody Cahoe, Tom Clark, Tom Beresford, the legend, John Spurn, Aztec Mark Bjork, No Code Drinker, Daniel Mellor, and of course last week Bianca Muller. But today we are welcoming in, of course, a former patron who's now back. It is James Kingborough, aka LG and Cow. So respect to my brother for joining the exclusive VIP gang of Patreons. That's right, forever my buddies. If you want to join that exclusive VIP gang and make it 11 brothers and sisters, well, there is a link down below. Smash the old, check out the description, patreon.com/Roverseas for as little as a price of cheap soda. That's right, or pop, or drink, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we are talking about League One today, and it is a bit of some drama in League One. Of course, a lot of teams seeing the best and worst of the decision to end the season on a points per game basis. So let's waste no more time and jump into the action then, shall we? We'll take a look at it right here, right now. So this season has ended, concluded. This is the what's been decided by the boys on the left-hand side. It should say final league table. So this is what's gone on. Coventry City and Rotherham will be playing Championship football probably against Blackburn Rovers next season. We just don't know yet what's going to happen with them. But they're going to be playing a second tier in English football. And I'm happy with that. I like Coventry. I think they've been given a hard crack of the whip. Former Premier League side as well, one of the old school boys. Rotherham as well, yo-yo team, back and forth. Maybe they could stick around this team time out. And Wickham, Oxford, Portsmouth and Fleetwood will occupy those playoff spots down the bottom. Tranmere, Southend and Bolton will be playing League Two football. My oh my, how's it gone wrong for Bolton? Yes, of course, it was always going to be a tough old boots here with their negative tally that they had at the end of the day. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks for all of them down the bottom there. But what it does suck mostly is probably Peterborough, Sunderland. I think they were on similar points to that of Wickham, but Wickham get the benefit of the doubt. They move up from outside the playoffs into the playoffs, up as high as third. So this is what the table would look like without the points per game basis. And as you can see, Wickham and Sunderland, Peterborough all on 59 points. Sunderland, of course, one of the juggernauts, and Ipswich Town. They are going to be spending another season in League One. So, it's not easy. It's not easy getting back at the first attempt, and we were quite savvy in doing that ourselves a couple of seasons back. But so yeah, the biggest winners, of course, Wickham coming from 8th all the way up to 3rd. And I'm a little bit happy with that because I'm, of course, Gareth Ainsworth is a Rovers fan, diehard ex-academy player. Never really made the thing, but he's always been linked with Rovers, and I'd like to see Wickham up there. I'd like to see any of those teams up there for all different kind of reasons. Portsmouth are a juggernaut team, and they probably deserve to be playing higher. And it's been that around about that time. They've been knocking on the door the past couple of seasons. Fleetwood Town, of course, with everyone's favourite enemy or nemesis, it's Joey Barton at the helm. He's doing absolute wonders for Fleetwood Town. And Oxford, again, Carl Robinson pulling the strings as well. Another good manager that has been linked with Rovers in the past. But anyway, that's the situation as it was. Let's take a look at your 4 teams then that occupy the playoffs, shall we? And there you go. There's Wickham with the star, just to showcase who got the better end of the deal. So Wickham Wanderers are there. They play their football at Adams Park. Usually 9,448 people can attend, but nobody will be there this time around. Of course, it's behind closed doors. Gareth Ainsworth, the man pulling the strings. Of course, they finished in League One in 3rd place. They had a terrible domestic cup season, get knocked out in the first round, both the FA Cup and the League Cup. The top goal scorer is the beast, Adebayo Akinfenwa. He's the oldest man, but he's a legend. He's a monster of a man, and that's no disrespect to him. So he probably understands why they call him that. He's a big old unit. and he's scoring 10 goals this season. Will he be around for next? I'd love to see him in the Championship next season, so let's hope for that. Then Oxford are there as well. They finished we'll talk more about that in a minute. They play their football at the Kazam. 12,500 people could usually attend. Carl Robinson pulling the strings. They did finish 4th place this time around. 4th round in the FA Cup. Quarter-final of the League Cup. Their top goal scorer is the leading goal scorer amongst all this, Matty Taylor, with 17 goals. Yes, alongside them is Pompey. They play their... where are you, Pompey? There you are, Pompey. They play their football at Fratton Park. 20,620 people attendance, and I'm sure they pack the rafters week in, week out. Kenny Jackets pulling the strings. 5th place they finished in the table. 5th round of the FA Cup, and also 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. John Marquis is up there with 14 goals this season, banging them in for the Pompey Meisters. And then wrapping up, Fleetwood Town are not going down. They could be going up. That's right. They are led, of course, by Joey Barton. They play their football at Highbury. Not that Highbury, but this Highbury. 5,327 folks can watch the games usually. They did finish 6th place. They got knocked out in the 3rd round of the FA Cup and the 1st round in the League Cup. Paddy Madden, in fact, is the top goal scorer with 19 goals. Is that right? Am I getting that right? But anyway, that's your 4 teams, folks. But what about the 4 games? Well, let's take a look at it, shall we? Kicking us all off. Now, these games take place on Friday, the 3rd of July. Let's take a look at it. Pompey against Oxford. The last 6 encounters between these two sides sees 3 wins for Portsmouth, 2 wins for Oxford, and 1 draw. That draw was last time out in Fratton Park, around about November time. Ended up all square, 1-1 in the end. Gareth Evans from the penalty spot for Pompey. Matty Taylor getting one of his goals for Oxford on the 90th minute, lastminute.com winner. They did play at the Mickey Mouse Painters Cup Trophy as well this season. That ended up as a 2-1 win for Oxford. Cameron Brannigan and James Henry on the score sheet for in fact, back the truck up. So they did play in the Mickey Mouse Painters Trophy, whatever, earlier in the season. That ended up as a 2-2 draw. Portsmouth going through on the end and penalties, I believe. Matty Taylor, Robert Dick on the score sheet, Bradley Lethbridge and Anton Walks on the score sheet for Pompey. However, they did play in the league all the way back in whenever this was, January 2019 in Oxford, and that ended up as a 2-1 win as well. That was last season. Heading into this, Portsmouth actually undefeated in the last 19 home matches in League One. Oxford, though, have won the last 5 matches in League One, period. Pompey have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 7 matches as well, and heading into this, their record is not the greatest. In all competitions, they've actually only won once of the past 4, and that was a win against Rochdale at home. They have played, of course, Arsenal in the FA Cup, got knocked out. Played Peterborough away, and also drew with Fleetwood. Meanwhile, Oxford come into this 5 games winning run, beating the likes of Shrewsbury, Southend, Accrington, Ipswich, and Wimbledon along the way. Their last defeat was against Sunderland at the Kazam not too long ago. The bookmakers' odds on this one: 21-20 for Portsmouth, 30-5 is the draw, 23-10 is Oxford. Portsmouth are the favourites for the victory here. In fact, they are the favourites to go up as well, 2-1 to crown victorious, whereas Oxford are 5-2. For me, though, I'm actually going to go with Pompey as well with a 2-0 win. I like Oxford, but unfortunately, I think Fratton Park is a bit of a daunting venue. I think the Pompey Bad Boys will have the better swing of things this time around. Next up, though, is Fleetwood up against Wycombe. You're probably evenly matched, I'd say. Fleetwood, though, come into this looking pretty savvy. The last 6 encounters, 2 wins for Fleetwood, 1 win for Wycombe and 3 draws. They played in Wycombe earlier in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Fleetwood, the one and only goal scorer on that day. As my machine thinks about it, who was that? It's a mystery. It's actually Paddy Madden getting on one of his goals. Ched Evans, of course, the former Sheffield United player. I'm not saying anything else. 68 minutes, red card. Yeah, he got himself sent off that day. The last time he played at Fleetwood, as was also this season, was a 1-1 draw back in August. Paddy Madden again on the score sheet. Adi Abayo, Akinfenwa getting one of his goals as well. Heading into this, Wycombe, just two defeats of the past 5. Meanwhile, Fleetwood just 2 wins at the past 5. However, they are unbeaten in 5 games, picking up 3 draws against Portsmouth, Blackpool, and Sunderland. So they have some heavy-duty draws. They've also beaten Portsmouth and Ipswich not too long ago. Of course, heading into this, Wycombe have won the past 3 of the past 5, beating Bristol Rovers, Bolton, and Tranmere. They did lose to Doncaster and Fleetwood not too long ago. Heading into this, Fleetwood are actually undefeated in their last 12 home matches, whereas Wycombe have actually lost 6 of the last 7 away matches. We did talk about it a minute ago. Portsmouth are the favourites. Fleetwood Town are second favourites, 9-4. Wycombe are the long shots, 5-1. However, going into this match, the favourites situation as it stands shows Fleetwood Town 21-20. Red hot favourites for the victory. 12-5 is the draw. 5-2 is the away win for Wycombe. For me, what have I gone? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm actually going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Fleetwood Town. They'll get the better of things, but that away goal, that sniff of belief will give Wycombe an outside shot to make themselves a playoff date with no fans. Goodness gracious me. But that, my friends, is all I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. And of course, smash the subscribe if you're new. And also get your predictions in nice and early down below in the comment section. If you want to do this, if we want to do this more often than League One for match day next season, make sure you get make sure you're vocal in the comments. Say, do League One next season. Then we can do it week by week and take a little look at it. Also, again, check out the description. If you want to become a Patreon, there is a link down there. Patreon.com/Roverseas for the price of a cheap cup of coffee. We're talking instant, none of the Starbucks business. We're talking cheap as chips, folks, to support the channel in another way. But yes, we're going to do the League One playoffs second legs once these games are done and dusted. Like I said, these take place on the 3rd of July. So we're looking either the 3rd or 4th of July, American Independence Day, if you like, with me over here. And then we're going to do the playoff final as well. Stick around as well. We're going to probably have the Digicast version of this. A short and sweet video of what she thinks going on, I think. I don't know yet. I just don't know. Anyway, until then, boys and girls, be sure to give this video some love. Smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, and I'll see you all next time around. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.